this is Josie again. I'm continuing along here with my little message about serving, a message I got from T.D. Jakes, and I wanted to tell a quick little story about a situation where my boyfriend and I served excuse my little birdie over here, I got a little lovebird, who sometimes is loud, but she's doing pretty good this morning. Anyway, I was really brought to tears by a situation that happened a few weeks ago. We were at Midas Muffler. We had a problem with our brakes and shocks, and we needed some work done. And so we were rushing to get to work or to get to Midas Muffler before we went to work that morning. And we just really kind of were stressed out about it and focused on ourselves. And I can't believe this is happening to us. Oh, this is just a tragedy, kind of thing. And woe is me kind of stuff. And so we get to this Midas Muffler, and I'm waiting out in the truck for Tommy, and he's going in to take care of the transaction. While he's in there, there's a gentleman from Rhode Island that is down, and he has been driving all the way from Rhode Island, about 20-hour drive, 24-hour drive at that point, and he really was struggling with problems with the vehicle. He had a vehicle that was donated to his family in order for them to get down and see their mom, who was at Methodist University, unfortunately struggling with end-stage cancer. She didn't have much time to live, and they really needed to be here to see her. They didn't have a vehicle that could handle that long distance, and so they had a vehicle that had a Midas warranty, so he went to this Midas not realizing that they didn't have a concierge service, someone that could drive him to the hospital. So he was talking to this, the Midas Muffler employee about this, and my boyfriend overheard the conversation. So this guy leaves and is in front of Midas Muffler with his thumb out on Poplar Avenue, which is an extremely busy road here in Memphis, a little bit of a dangerous road, and not the place that you're going to be able to hitchhike on. And so he was out there struggling to get to Methodist University because his mom was waiting for him, and he had a doctor's appointment at 9 a.m. to talk about her prognosis, and it was just, doctors are tough to get a hold of and schedule appointments with and whatnot, so he was very anxious to get to this appointment and see his mom. He hadn't seen her in a couple of months at this point, so my boyfriend came back in the truck and said, hey, this guy really needs some help, and, we don't know him from Adam. He could hurt us. He could have a gun. You just don't know. Picking up hitchhikers is very risky. But we felt we knew enough about this guy to go ahead and pick him up. So we did. We once my boyfriend had got his vehicle situated and transaction handled, we got out onto Poplar Avenue and picked him up. And this guy was so appreciative. He just was just so appreciative. He just couldn't thank us enough for helping him, and that felt great. But what was really cool was to hear the rest of his story, and for us to kind of talk a little bit about different challenges we had. Here I'm driving, and I've had a paralysis 10 years ago. Was in a wheelchair in the hospital for a couple of months, and I had a wonderful group of people at my church, Collierville Christian Church, yay, in Collierville, that just did a lot of stuff for me. They drove me back and forth to my my PT sessions. They helped close my pool. They helped finish laying down the laminate flooring in our house because we were doing that before I got sick. I was interrupted, and I was in a wheelchair now, so I needed a good flooring to wheel around on. So I just felt really blessed and so humbled by these people. There was just no way I could thank them enough for everything they did. And so what I've tried to do over the last 10 years or so is help other people, volunteering. Just even in my my work life, I work with people that have autoimmune diseases like myself, and so I serve them by, telling them funny stories or cracking jokes or just getting them laughing and, forgetting their pain for a few minutes. So I try to do different things like that. And so when we were in the truck on the way to Methodist University, which was about a 20-minute drive, we were, I was kind of telling them about my story and how, I love to do things like this to help people. And here's my boyfriend sitting next to me who has a pacemaker, who has an amazing story himself of a problem he had a few years ago in San Antonio, and where his pacemaker failed. And a lot of people have helped him as well along the way. And so we were, saying, hey, not a problem, don't worry about it. We'd love to help you. Glad that we're here, And we gave him, as we were, getting up to Methodist University, we gave him our phone numbers and said, hey, if you need another ride back, let us know. I said, I'm going to be home all day, and I can help you out. Let us know how things are going. No big deal. You don't have to, we don't want to be nosy or anything like that, but if we could help, let us know. Well, he had called a few days later to say that he had gotten back to Midas Muffler and got his vehicle, and that he was so blessed, and he was really choking up when he was telling me the story, because he said less than a half hour after we dropped him off at Methodist University, his mom passed. And if we hadn't have helped him, he wouldn't have been able to see her that one last time. So I was like, ooh, that brought tears to my eyes, still does. And I just felt, incredibly blessed to have been able to serve that gentleman in such a, tough time in his life. So look for ways to serve. Look for ways that you can help. I don't care what your obligations are. I don't care how busy you are. You can find ways to serve. Little opportunities that come across in the grocery store, out in the road. Help somebody. Find an opportunity to serve somebody today. So I hope my story inspired you, and look forward to talking to you again soon. Take care.